Ba-bum. Ba-bum. I think that's it. Adjust because I'm on the floor and it's very uncomfortable. Obviously got 20,000 subscribers, which is unbelievable. Absolutely incredible scenes. Genuinely can't go over it. Never thought TFNL would get to that point. So happy that it has. And I'm also really excited to see where it goes in the future. Not only am I doing the Q&A in this video, I'm also doing the legging haul. I'm going to go to the gym in 2 seconds and you're probably going to see me there, in which I'll answer the first question. Before we go, first pair of leggings. Let's go. Yes, this is them. You can see them. Very nice. Better bodies. True story. You can hear me from all over here. The first ever pair of leggings I bought were these. Many years ago. Absolutely love them. They've got holes in. You've got a hole there. There's probably a hole here. But to be honest, I don't really care what I look like at the gym. I just want to go wearing what I want to wear. Be happy doing it. My favourite leggings. I'm going to go to the gym now. So the next clip you're going to see is going to be training footage. We'll go try anyway. Obviously at the gym, as you have seen from previous clips. First question of the day, what is your split? At the moment this is obviously what works for me, probably doesn't work for you, depends on the individual. At the moment I do Monday, legs with more quad and glute focus. Tuesday, chest and triceps. Wednesday's pull, so back and biceps. Thursday I take it a day off usually. Friday's legs again, with more of a hamstring focus. Saturday's like more of a pump session, which is usually shoulders and arms. But then I throw in some additional stuff here and there if I want to, and then Sunday I take it as a rest day. Again, that's just a split that works for me. May not work for you, probably won't work for you.
Right here is considered a banger. I made a mushroom mountain, one just like button counting, but nothing compared to the blue and yellow purple. I let them praise, but they like the spray. I don't find it. Singing, sounding, demonic, body smell like vomit. Pussy popping, acid flopping, don't hang side. Heroin, masculine, pencil, and border slide. Blue pill, golden seal, got the bar, acting ill.
Question number 2, how do I stop bruising the bone at your lower neck when squatting with a weighted bar? Realistically, the bar's probably just too high on your back, i.e. it shouldn't be on your neck in the first place, it should be around your traps. So put the bar slightly lower, and over time when you develop some more trap muscle, it'll provide some more of a cushion, and you're laughing. So back from the gym, obviously changed my hoodie because hot, sweaty, not very nice. I've got a dog. I'm a little boy. Look at the size of him. I'm 6'3", by the way, and well over 100 kilo body weight. He's a big boy. So basically how I'm gonna do this is I think I'm gonna go through like full length leggings first, followed by the other ones. Basically these are just Virus standard leggings. Virus is probably my favorite brand of leggings in the world. They're quite expensive, which is a bit of a letdown. And they also make me look like I don't lift, which is disappointing, but I love them. Next question, are you single? Very easy question. I am indeed single, yes. Leggings you've been waiting for, I've got the TikTok leggings on because I've been hyping them up for a while, but I don't know how to do the butt pose. I've been practicing. Someone actually sent me Nikki Blackter's video of how to do it, so we're gonna find out.
Just good posture and put all your weight on that.
I'm not very good at I'm not very good at this. I'm gonna do it myself. So basically, so I reckon. So I'll go like this. Ba-bum, ba-bum. I think that's it. We're gonna go with that. So I've ripped them, trying to get them on, which is a bit of an inconvenience. I actually ripped them in a few places. Squat test. You ready for it? Imagine I've got 1,000,000 kilos on the bar. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna back it. I thought these were gonna rip. So if I drop down to the hole, I thought they were going to rip. But they bloody well didn't. So I'm going to be straight, I'm actually kind of impressed. Did you switch from powerlifting to bodybuilding? If so, why? Yeah, so I did. So I switched from powerlifting. I competed back in 2018, I want to say, and I haven't competed since. I ultimately, after the competition, I had a massive dip in motivation. I found it really hard to get back into training. I wouldn't say I felt low, but I just felt like I wasn't really interested in training anymore. Considering training has been such an important part of my life, I knew that wasn't right. So I had to make a change. The focus in powerlifting is very much how much you were lifting. I found I was putting too much pressure on myself to lift certain amounts of weight. My day would essentially be dictated by whether I actually achieved the numbers I was due to hit that session. And at the end of the day, it's not that important. Fitness is meant to enhance your life, not hinder it. Ultimately, at that point, it was actually hindering my life. I said, no, I'm going to take a step back from powerlifting and just go to bodybuilding, which is something I had done before, not competitively, obviously, but the training side of things, yes. And then that's kind of how I started. It kind of went from like bodybuilding training, then over to MMA, then to powerlifting, and now back to bodybuilding. And I haven't gone back since. Will I go back to powerlifting? Competing, I'm unsure, but training, potentially, or at least incorporate it to some degree, which I kind of am now, a little bit, because like I said, I want to hit some numbers, and if anyone cares what those numbers are, I'd love to hit a 200 kilo bench, 300 kilo squat, and 300 kilo deadlift. Those are just the numbers that have been lingering in my mind for a long time. I bet you thought I wasn't going to wear a piece of headwear. I nearly had you, didn't I? I actually used to have a lot more leggings than I'm actually showing you, but I threw loads away because they either didn't fit me anymore, which some of these don't to be fair, or they were just ruined. These are a random brand I could not tell you, but I like them because I like the colours. Boom, boom, boom. Oh geez, slippy. Yeah, bang. I'm getting good at this, aren't I? How big is your forehead in centimetres? I've got just a thing on hand. I don't really know where you would measure your forehead from. What are we going up to? Like there, I reckon. Hello. That's just over 4 inches, which is 10.5 centimetres. So what I'm going to say is I reckon surely not an inch per head. If it were an inch per head, I would actually have a forehead, but I don't have a forehead. 3/4 of an inch per head, so it's probably about a 5 head, because if it's half an inch a head, I'm not doing 8 head. It's not that big. I have a large forehead, always have. I came out of the womb looking like an oversized egg. Another random pair of leggings I have. Boom, boom, boom. Don't know the brand, but they've got a kind of cool pattern on them because it kind of looks like Skyrim. And Skyrim's one of my favourite games. That's right, I'm a bit of a nerd. Bang. I'm agile. I really am. Do you have any dreams or plans for your YouTube channel in the future? Great question. Big dreams, big plans. I know it's quite a big dream, but I would love to be able to make a career from YouTube and from TFNL as a brand, because ultimately TFNL and the whole concept and ethos behind it and what I do regarding content creation is something I'm very passionate about and something I truly believe in. And I'd rather go about my life trying to fill it with as much joy as possible. Creating content and doing things TFNL related brings me a lot of joy. I hope you can see these because they've got a dinosaur, like a robotic dinosaur here, as well as a unicorn with rainbows and stuff, yeah? Again, random brand, got them online because they have unicorns and dinosaurs on. They're incredibly uncomfortable and they're incredibly small because they are not made for men. But in life, and especially when it comes to leggings, I shan't allow my gender to limit me. I actually have a lot of respect for people who do legging hauls because this is intense. I'm really sweating a bit here. Most underrated exercises and exercises people should focus on more. I wouldn't really say I've got a specific underrated exercise because it really depends. Like, whether something is overrated or underrated is somewhat subjective. I think when it comes to things that are often neglected, things that should be prioritised more, it would be anything posterior chain related. A lot of times when you do leg workouts, I see a lot of people who go squats, leg press, leg extensions, things along those lines, really forgetting to give the posterior chain enough attention, be that glute work or hamstring work, whatever it may be. So things like RDLs, split squats are one of my favourite glute movements, although the quads are involved in that quite substantially. Hip thrusts, getting sufficient back work in as well is very important, so making sure you gain your rows, your vertical pulling motions, your face pulls, things like that. Pink pineapple leggings. I don't know why, I just quite like pineapples. I have a pineapple tank top, I have a pineapple hat, which I know you've seen before. I have pineapple sunglasses, I love pineapples. These are probably my smallest leggings, they're horrendously uncomfortable. I'm not going to be doing any, sneaky high kicks anytime soon. Do they make the glutes look kind of juicy. I'm gonna say maybe. What is your educational background? Also, what else would you like to do on your channel? So I qualified as a fitness professional, so personal trainer, nearly 10 years ago, I want to say, and have been in the industry ever since. Although I was training myself since before then and working with athletes through other manners, be that shadowing or whatever it may be before that. I then went to university to study business management, and then I went on to study a master's in psychology. Those are what I would deem to be like the substantial qualifications. But obviously on top of that, I've got additional qualifications, be that fitness and health related qualifications and courses, be that shout, like crisis, suicide prevention training, things like that. I would like to expand my academic horizons in the future, be that through additional degrees, maybe a PhD at some point. What else would you like to do on your channel? I don't really know. I'm kind of open to seeing where the channel goes and seeing where it takes me. The priority is ensuring that I'm providing content and a message that hopefully benefits people who choose to consume my content. Ultimately, I like people to come away from watching my content with two things. Number one, having learned something, and number two, having smiled or laughed. So I'm attempting to educate and entertain as much as possible. Stepping things up a notch, we've got the mermaid leggings. I'm hesitant to turn around because they're falling down. I'm gonna have to pull them up. Although I have worn, I think they're about to rip. Although I have worn most of these leggings in the gym, because ultimately it's my body, it is my choice what I choose to wear, as it is yours. There are some leggings I shan't be wearing in the gym because these will rip. I do not want a big split going down my bottom. That's not good for me, and that's not good for anyone else around me. Part of the reason why I wear these slightly odd outfits, be that the leggings, the funny headwear, or the odd t-shirts, is partly to promote the message of you should wear whatever makes you happy and whatever you want to wear without fear of judgment, be that to the gym or just out and about in general. At the end of the day, it's your body and no one should really have an opinion on either of those things, be that your body or what you're wearing. You do whatever makes you happy, and hopefully me wearing these slightly odd attire serves as somewhat of a confidence boost of, you know what, if I can do it, you can do it too. If you could change one thing in the world, what would it be? Ultimately, because there are so many things in the world that I'd like to change, I don't think I could really pinpoint one. One of the things I would like to change is perhaps a greater level of acceptance, ultimately reducing human conflict in that sense, i.e. people being accepting, understanding and empathetic towards other people's struggles, other people's opinions, other people's potentially differing life paths. That's a good question. That's one I'm going to have to sit with for a while, I think, because there isn't just one thing I would change. I just wish the world was better. We're all living on it, and unfortunately life can be tricky at times, more so than perhaps you were prepared for when you were younger. Surely it makes sense to try and make someone else's journey a little bit easier, as you would hope they would do the same to you. Yes, we're back again with more virus leggings, like I said, my favourite brand. So I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not really a massive fan of the colour. The only reason I actually bought these, they were on sale. I was like, that's a bloody good price, and I needed new leggings. Glute check, let's go on. Room for improvement, we'll say. This question is an interesting one, and one that Tim has been quite hesitant to talk about due to the concern that speaking openly about these things may hinder career progression in the future or hinder life in any means, which although I would hope it wouldn't, unfortunately, despite mental health becoming more accepted, it is still very taboo, and in many cases, unfortunately, it may hinder your ability to get a job or career progression, whatever it may be. Can you talk about why mental health is so important to you? Before my masters, I had no psychology background. I think a safe assumption can be made that a lot of the people who are studying psychology have either likely seen somebody close to them who's been quite impacted or affected by mental health, depression, anxiety, eating disorders, wherever it may be, or they have been personally affected themselves, or in many cases actually both. The sad reality is mental health is very much a thing. Mental health is very much a concern, and mental health is something I am worried about personally. Not just because of myself, but because of the people around me and the people I don't actually know. I've lost people I know to mental health, unfortunately. Personally, I've also struggled with mental health related issues, probably more significantly than I would ever portray online. Without going into too much detail, mental health is very important to me because I've seen how it affects those around me. I've seen how it affects some of you guys, and I've experienced firsthand how it affected me. I would like to do what I can to hopefully prevent it from negatively impacting more people. Although I know I'm never going to change the world, even if I can just help maybe one person on top of myself, obviously, that's one person better than no people. This is partly why I volunteer for a suicide prevention charity, which very much focuses on young people who are experiencing great difficulty, which is also why I'm very keen on doing what I can to hopefully benefit the mental health of those who consume my content. And it's also why when I say that my DMs are always open if you need someone just to vent to or speak to, I mean it. Although I'm sure many of you have great circles around you, I'm also aware that some of you don't, be that bad relationships with friends, be that bad relationships with your parents, whatever it may be. So if you are struggling, I do encourage you to message me and reach out. I'll be there to listen, and if you want some advice, I'll try and help how I can. Regardless of whether your circle may have your back or not, I have your back, and I can assure you that a lot of, if not everybody else in the TFNL family has your back. Although I do really like Nike leggings, the thing I hate about them is how inconsistent their sizing is. So I used to have about 6 of the same leggings, exactly the same brand, same model, whether you call it design, wherever it may be, in 6 different colours. Each colour fits differently. I understand that the material may be slightly different depending on the colour, but some of the changes in fit was quite drastic. I don't really wear these very much because they are bloody tight. I am wearing boxers, I just want you to know. They've just ridden up quite a lot. Some of them, same size, I couldn't even get on, they were just too tight. And some of them are perfect fit, whereas these are kind of in the middle. I would deem them to be slightly too tight and a bit uncomfortable because I can't squat in them. What sports-themed film has made you feel the most hyped up? Like I'm gonna Mr. Miyagi your ass. I bet that sounded really awkward, me saying that. Probably Warrior, the MMA movie with Tom Hardy. Absolutely love that movie. It's one of my favourite movies. My favourite movie is probably Interstellar, if anyone cares. I love Interstellar. But yeah, Warrior's definitely up there. I love it. It came out around the time that MMA was my chosen sport and was what I was focusing my training on and around. Honestly, like I said, I just love it. I think it's a great movie, and I have no shame in admitting that the ending makes me cry. A perfect example of what I was talking about in the last leggings. These are exactly the same size, exactly the same like legging design, just a different colour, and the fit is much nicer. It's got more freedom. Bang. You know, doing all sorts, doing the... I can't do the splits, I'm not going to try it, but if I could... I'd fall. Like that. These are nice. I like the colour. I like the colour, and they're good leggings. Thoughts on whether the social media platforms should be doing more banning of influencers who spread misinformation? Yeah, I think so. I think, although I believe in some cases that misinformation can lead to greater exploration, i.e. if we were only fed information that didn't encourage us to do our own research, we'd likely all have the same opinions. We wouldn't really explore further than that, which is a bit limiting, I would say, a bit constricting. But I also am fully aware that some misinformation can be really dangerous and damaging. So in that instance, I would say yes, people need to be held accountable and they should be reminded that actions have consequences, but maybe not to the point where it's filtering every ounce of misinformation out there. I think it's about finding balance. Harry, you're wearing the same leggings again. But I'm not. 3/4 length. I finished all my full length leggings, therefore I've got a few 3/4 length leggings we're going to go through. Again, it's Nike. Pro Combat, I believe, because it makes me sound like an athlete when I'm bloody well not. Yeah, boxer line is visible. It's not a good look. When are you going to get good at COD? Don't come for me as if you don't watch me hit some absolutely filthy headshots when I'm streaming Warzone on my Twitch channel, linked below. 1v1 me, Beth, and may the positive KD win. These are probably some of my favourite leggings. I like the colour. To be honest, that's probably why I like them so much, is I like the colour. Again, they're 3/4. Still got no glutes. What got you into fitness and wanted to make fitness related videos, and how long have you been into fitness? I've been into fitness over 10 years now, probably about 11 and a half. What got me into fitness was mass insecurity. I was about 16 years old. I came to my dad and said, Dad, I hate how I look. I feel very insecure. I'm skinny. It's embarrassing and I want to appeal to women. Please can you teach me how to gym? And he did, and here we are. I'm still going to the gym. I'm still not appealing to women, and I still don't like how I look, but I love going to the gym. Honestly, it's just such a privilege to be able to train, and it's very much a means of therapy. To be honest, it helps me mentally quite a lot. It helps keep me grounded. It helps me when I'm feeling anxious. It helps me when I'm feeling low. It helps me every day, to be honest. Regarding what got me into fitness content was I consumed a lot of fitness content myself. I still do. And ultimately, there's just so much crap out there. I was falling victim to all these traps of you can look a certain way without this, or you can do this if you do this, buy these supplements, do this program, do this, like all these things. And I was just getting none of the results I was promised. I felt horrendous. And then I realised I can't be the only one who feels like this. Like, I'm sure other people do too. And that's kind of when we formed TFNL, because obviously I used to do it with 2 of my friends, but now I do it solo. Because yeah, we all fell victim to the trap of the fitness world and the lies that people were selling. So ultimately we formed TFNL as a means of debunking BS, going against the fitness norm to not only benefit our lives, but also to hopefully benefit the lives of those who do choose to consume TFNL's content, being my content, hopefully preventing others falling victim to the same or similar traps that I fell victim to. The last pair of 3/4 leggings, once again they're Nike. Those are the only 3/4 length leggings I have. I haven't actually bought leggings for quite a long time, but I need to. I've been spending all my money on hats, that's why. We'll call it the stealth look, minus the ankles. Mandatory glute check. Yep, I'm checking. I still have no glutes. Squat test. It's a joke. Freedom. No hindrances at all. A football comes flying towards me, you know, the old soccer ball. And I turn around, I go, bang, kicked. Miles it's gone. I do also want to point out, no, I will not be kicking or attempting to kick properly, because on this slippy wooden floor, if I do so, go on to the elbow, again the rotation of the hips in, I will be on my face. And like I said, I'm a little bit heavy. Fortunately, I don't want to go through the floor. Your favourite memory or moment from the past year? I'm going to be completely honest with you. The last year has been it's been a bit rocky. First of all, we've had social hindrances, we'll say, due to what's been going on. But on top of that, a few life occurrences have happened over the last year which haven't been ideal and have tested me quite a lot. I don't really have any first favourite memory that jumps to mind, because I haven't really made a lot of amazing memories this year yet, which is a sad reality, because like I said, a lot's been going on in not only the world but in my life, which has made it a bit trickier to make great memories, although I do have a few. So the first one that did actually come to mind is relevant to you guys. The TFNL channel and myself as a content creator have been struggling quite a lot since TFNL did go solo and split from a 3 to a 1, being me. Things really started picking up at the end of March, beginning of April, when the Daisy Keach video started doing well, which had far more of a positive impact on my life than I think you'll ever realise. Obviously, I know I say how much I appreciate all of your support, be that liking the video, commenting or subscribing, wherever it may be, but I don't think you'll ever truly realise how much I appreciate your support and how much your support has benefited me and how important TFNL is to me. So to see it pick up and regain momentum and really grow definitely increases my base level of happiness quite significantly. So for that, I do want to say thank you, and I'm extremely excited to see how far TFNL can go over the next however many years it may be. So yeah, I would probably say my favourite memory or moment from the past year was probably when the channel started picking up and the subscribers started increasing and the family started growing. I know what you're thinking, Harry, you're not wearing any leggings. That's because if you made it this far in the video, this is the last pair, and these used to be some of my favourite leggings, but for the booty workout video I did last summer, I cut them into booty shorts. These are my makeshift booty shorts, as you can see. They are horrendous. They were Nike leggings, Air Jordans. Dead glutes check. Confirmed. The glutes are still dead. So the last question of the video. Can you suggest some alternatives to the leg extension machine, please? Provided you don't have any injury hindrances or mobility hindrances holding you back. You've got so many things you can do for the quads that you don't need a leg extension for. Squats, squat variations, front squats, back squats, goblet squats, split squats, sissy squats, loads of them. You've got walking lunge variations, you've got leg press variations. You've got wall sits. Wall sits are great if you want to absolutely hate yourself for a while. And there's also this variation you can do, which is probably on screen now, which is essentially like a body weight banded leg extension modification or variation, so that might be quite nice. But that's the video. Obviously, I know it's a lot longer than most videos usually are, but it's an occasion. It doesn't happen often. I'm not going to set a like goal or anything, because I would just do these videos here and there if people want to see them. But if you did like the video, I would really appreciate it if you did like the video. And if I didn't answer your question, I am sorry. And obviously, I'm not going to do comment question of the week in this video, because this whole video has been me answering questions. I don't think you want to hear me answering anymore. But if you do have a question you do want me to answer for comment question of the week, please drop it down below in the comment section and I shall do so. And again, if you haven't already, I would really appreciate if you did subscribe to the channel and let me know what you thought of the video. But like I said, that's it. That is the video. So thank you for tolerating the extended waffle. Thank you for tolerating my concerning choice of clothing. And thank you for tolerating the video.